आपको 9 बजे सर पीक टाइम पे ऐड दी अमूल की, वो जो आज भी ऐड आती है अबाउट the women ad, world's largest corporate right. Still one ad is being running fast, I don't know how many years. But ना खर्चा तो करते थे कोई इंसान है ना, मार्केटिंग में फुल ऑन
करते थे. They used to do, and it was actually very I would say very focused advertising, like and sustained advertising. Zakuna's हमारे advertising agency हुआ करती थी. You would find those topicals which are coming up even now. In fact, every couple of days, whenever there is an incident happening globally, topical ad would come on the newspaper. अच्छा. So it is very topical, pertinent. Trump आ गया तो कुछ उसके ऊपर बना देंगे. मोदी आ गया तो कुछ बना देंगे. With the Amul girl there. So brand recall on one side, brand association on the other side. At the same time, not being vulgar. So something which is actually it's a family product. So you cannot come up with some ugly ad. So intellectually stimulating, at the same time humorous. Recall के लिए the brand girl would be there, and the typical the utterly delicious. This was the slogan which actually still goes on.
All right, hi everyone, welcome on board. बहुत सारे लोग मुझे क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं कि सर ये मार्केटिंग क्या है, मार्केटिंग के अंदर एमबीए करना चाहिए कि नहीं करना चाहिए, क्या मुझे रोल्स मिलते हैं उसके बाद, और ये अमूल जैसी कंपनी, धारा जैसी कंपनी और वेदीलाल जैसी कंपनी वो कैसे बनी है. I've got respected Atindra Nath Bhattacharya sir, also known as ANB, who's going to be sitting with me and having a discussion. Hi sir, welcome on board.
Thank you Sumit, thank you for having me on board.
Sir is an MBA from BHU. Sir, when was this sir? How many years back?
This was donkeys years back when I was actually a young man at that point of time. This was 1985 I passed out from there.
1985, so yes. Near the time I was born, sir was doing his MBA. Lovely sir, lovely. And I'm sure sir, there's going to be lots to learn. I think most of them were not even born. मैं नहीं हुआ था तो ये तो बहुत ही crazy sir, बहुत ही crazy. Sir, you have been teaching marketing and over 18 years of experience plus Amul plus Dhara plus Vedilal and 10 plus साल से तो आप full time पढ़ा भी रहे हैं. And right now you are the dean of the PGPM program, which is the 1-year program at Soil. Sir, पहले तो मुझे बताइए sir, how are these FMCG brands built? You worked in Amul and कितने साल था? How was the journey? And what's one thing you really like about Amul, or what did they do nice, or where they failed? Any kind of expertise that you can share with the audience, that's going to be great help.
So Sumit, in fact, Amul was one company which is closest to my heart for multiple reasons. The first reason being it was promoted by a towering person called Dr. Varghese Kurian. He's the milkman of the country. And today, I'm sure you would be aware of it, India is the world's #1 milk producing country.
Yes, sir.
And when Dr. Kurian started this company, in fact, we were milk deficit.
Oh.
And Gujarat was at the 17th position in All India ranking. And today it is actually #1. Not only Gujarat is #1, India is #1.
India is #1.
So something definitely this man would have done. And the whole story goes like this, that this particular man who was not a dairy technologist, but he got a job. He came back from his higher studies, he came back, he was an engineer, he came back and he got a job in Anand. And he just looked around. He was a Keralite, he's a Syrian Christian.
Oh.
He landed in Gujarat, in this particular village called Anand. And I'm sure you know the full form of Amul is Anand Milk Union Limited.
Yeah.
So he landed in this village, and there he actually saw that there was a cartel going on in India at that point of time. And this happened in many of these sectors. You would have seen in oil also, which I'll tell you the story later on. In milk also, what was happening is, there was this very popular brand which most of you would not have heard of, was called Polson's.
Polson's.
Polsons. There was a tin container in which butter used to come.
Achha.
And this was a very popular premium brand. Achha. And butter as such was a premium product because pasteurized butter was something which normal common people could not have. Entire milk was purchased by these people, and they used to buy at a dirt cheap price, and the farmers used to get peanuts in returns. So Dr. Kurian actually came back and said that why can't we actually form a union of these milk producers? He, along with his co-creators, they created this entire organization where they said that we will have a milk union where everybody will come and pool their milk, and that milk will now be, they will be negotiating with the buyers.
Wow.
So collective negotiation power was something which was first time experimented in India, and it actually became a hit. Because individually when you go with 5 liters of milk, you cannot bargain.
You cannot have.
But when you have, say, 100 farmers coming together and they all have 1,000 liters of milk, they can say, okay, I'll give you 100 liters of milk. What rate are you going to give me?
True that.
Now that collective bargaining power is now something which, even today if you look into it, these Chinese companies, they negotiate because they have bulk. So if you look into it, the first and the foremost principle of making this particular movement success was how do we actually shift the bargaining power from the buyer to the seller.
Nice.
So the seller became the bargainer. Today we have 36 lakh farmers in Gujarat. They all bring their milk together. And when they negotiate with even large organizations internationally, they are the ones who are negotiating. They have the power in them.
Excellent.
So this was one of the reasons why I actually felt that this is one transformational organization which if I'm a part of it, I'll actually feel very happy. Second thing is, this particular organization had a very unique profit sharing mechanism.
Okay.
The profit, in fact, this was actually there were district cooperatives, and on the top of that there was a state cooperative.
Okay.
So there were, say, for example, there are some 30 districts in Gujarat, and on the top of that there was the Gujarat Milk Marketing Federation, which was the top of it. Now, Gujarat Milk Marketing Federation had the responsibility of marketing Amul products.
Okay.
When they used to market it, they used to purchase at, say, hypothetically 10 rupees a liter, and they used to sell it at an X price. Now, if they generated profit, that profit was actually plowed back, and each individual farmer would get, say, an additional 1 rupee or 2 rupee against that particular liter.
Understood.
So, if you look into it, that profit sharing was something which was actually the basic mode through which money was actually equitably distributed amongst the population.
Farmers are happy with whatever cut they were getting. A farmer like
damn thrilled. Earlier they were not getting, they were not even assured. You know, the problem with milk is it is actually short shelf life.
Yeah.
If you don't consume it today, you have to store it. If you don't have storage facility, what do? It actually curdles.
Yeah, curdles.
So here was one particular organization which is saying, whatever milk you have, come and give it to me. It is my responsibility to either sell it as liquid milk, or I will convert it into cheese, or I will convert it into curd, or shrikhand, or XYZ, any other multiple types of cheese products they have. So any amount of milk you produce, there is a way to liquidate it. And the per capita income increased. Yeah, today, Gujarat has the highest per capita income just because of milk.
Acha, is it?
Yes.
I thought the industry and the gift city.
That's also there. Like if you look into the per capita income, major part of it is this thing, milk, which in fact brought about this change. So that is, there was a number second reason of being a part of that. And the third and the most important aspect I'll tell you is, Amul was one company which used some of the, I would say, marketing concepts which were not even used by some of the top companies at that point of time.
Oh.
Like for example, you would not have heard of a brand called Sagar.
Sagar, no sir.
So Amul has another sister brand called Sagar.
Okay.
Now it was a shadow brand. Why was that there? So, you know, this was the vision of this old man called Dr. Varghese Kurian. Amul was the premium brand, they will sell it. And suppose hypothetically they thought that if there is competition coming in which will do undercutting, Amul will not reduce the price. They will sell less of Amul and they will come up with Sagar brand, which is exactly the same as Amul, but the name is Sagar.
Oh.
So the brand dilution does not happen.
Excellent.
So Sagar will sell at a lesser price, kill the competition. When the competition is killed, Sagar will be withdrawn and Amul will again come up.
Nice.
So this sort of a marketing concept he had created, which was actually at that point of time not even heard of.
Yeah.
And none of, even Philip Kotler had not written this.
Right.
So this amazing sort of a market leadership with quality and at the same time understanding and realizing that there could be competition.
Superb, sir. Superb. And what is your role, sir? आप क्या उस समय क्या कर रहे थे?
मैं तो बड़ा छोटा सा मुलाजिम था वहाँ पे.
Come on, sir.
I used to take care of their sales and distribution and other mechanisms in North India.
Acha.
And I was responsible for their entire range of products, right from liquid milk was something different. Liquid milk was not launched at my point of time when I was there. But butter, cheese and other products, you know, I used to handle the distribution. Actually, distribution was not that big. The problem that Amul faced was not about distribution or sales. It was more of, I would call it logistics or
transportation, logistics.
Not really transportation also. It was more about, because, you know, at that point of time, you know, in summers we used to have scarcity of milk. So there used to be ban on processed milk products.
Okay.
And you always have higher value coming out of processed milk products. Butter will give you a better return as compared to liquid milk.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And generally, if you are a I would say a profit-seeking, predominantly profit-seeking company, you would like to sell more of processed milk products. But we were more humanitarian. So we used to say, okay, liquid milk is the first right of the child, they should get milk.
Yeah.
So milk पहले दो, हम cheese बाद में बनाएंगे. So rationing was something which was done typically at the time of summers. So our responsibility was more to see to it that equitable distribution of product is done. Nobody should actually, no area should. You know, there used to be black marketing in this.
In food?
In butter and cheese.
What?
So it is something which you cannot imagine today, but at that point of time, half kg butter, if it is priced at, say, at that point of time, I remember it was 34 and rupees 50 paisa.
Yeah.
It used to sell at 50 rupees. People used to black market.
This is 90s, sir, है ना?
This is 90s.
I remember एक और butter था, Avon butter.
नहीं, there were many butter. Aveen था.
Aveen butter. उसके साथ वो चम्मच फ्री मिलता था, butter knife. तो मैं वो लेने के लिए वो 32 रुपए की आती थी, पूरी मोटी वाली. I used to go and
so Aveen butter was there, Varka butter is there, Vita is there. Now almost every state has a cooperative. Every state comes out with their butter. But the success story of Amul is something which is remarkable because we are now world's #1 company, the largest cooperative in the world.
रात को 9 बजे सर पीक टाइम पे ऐड थी अमूल की वो जो आज भी ऐड आती है अबाउट द जो द वुमेन ऐड वर्ल्ड्स लार्जेस्ट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी
राइट
स्टिल वन ऐड इज बीइंग रनिंग पास्ट आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी इयर्स बट ना खर्चा तो करते थे कोई साहब है ना मार्केटिंग में फुल ऑन
करते थे दे यूज्ड टू डू एंड इट वाज एक्चुअली वेरी आई वुड से वेरी फोकस्ड एडवर्टाइजिंग लाइक एंड सस्टेन्ड एडवर्टाइजिंग Dakuna's हमारे एडवर्टाइजिंग एजेंसी हुआ करती थी. You would find those topicals which are coming up even now. In fact, every couple of days, whenever there's an incident happening globally, a topical ad would come on the newspaper.
अच्छा.
So it is very topical, pertinent. Trump आ गया तो कुछ उसके ऊपर बना देंगे. मोदी आ गया तो कुछ बना देंगे. With the Amul girl there. So brand recall on one side, brand association on the other side. At the same time, not being vulgar. So something which is actually it's a family product. So you cannot come up with some ugly ad.
Yeah.
So intellectually stimulating at the same time humorous. Right. Recall के लिए the brand girl would be there.
Right.
And the typical the utterly butterly delicious.
That's
this
standard.
was a slogan which actually still goes on.
That's so great. I remember, sir, I met a guy called Bharat Dabolkar.
Yeah.
Who was he was also a part of the campaign.
Yeah.
Amul campaign. So he told us one very good story about Amul. That when there was an India-Pakistan match, तो बॉम्बे में जूहू में 2 बैनर रेडी होते थे रात को. अगर तो इंडिया जीत गया तो यहाँ पे सचिन का फोटो जाएगा ऊपर वाला, सचिन ने मारा छक्का अटली बड़ी डिलीशियस. और अगर यहाँ पे जीत गया तो इट कुड बी वकार वसीम अकरम, तो दोनों जाएंगे. तो दोज वर रेडी. एंड फिर मैच, अगर कोई इंडिया में मैच नहीं तो फॉरेन मैच हो रहा है तो रात को खत्म होता था. मोस्ट ऑफ द मैचेस रात को वर्ल्ड कप हो रहा है, वेस्ट इंडीज में हो रहा है तो रात को मैच खत्म हो रहा है. फुटबॉल तो रात को ही जाके
डे नाइट मैचेस होते थे.
डे नाइट मैचेस होते थे. तो यहाँ पे 4 बजे सुबह वर्ल्ड कप का अपडेट आएगा और सुबह तुम 7 बजे देखोगे कि भाई ये कैसे बना दिया इसने. That was the speed. Yeah, that's Amul for you. Lovely, sir. That's an interesting case study. मुझे तो बड़ा मजा आ रहा है. Hope you guys enjoying so far. All right, boys and girls. Hope you guys enjoyed this small little podcast on marketing. If yes, do it on the like button for sure. और वीडियो शेयर कर दो अपने दोस्तों के साथ जो लोग बोलना चाहते हैं इंटरव्यूज के अंदर. MBA मार्केटिंग करना है मुझे भाई. ये क्वेश्चन आपको काफी हेल्प होंगे. और सर की दोनों केस स्टडीज तुम बोल के आना, अमूल की भी और हमारी धारा की भी. सर, थैंक यू so much, sir. Pleasure having you on board, sir.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, boys and girls. Do it on the like button. See you in the comment section. Take care. Bye bye.